We are going to start in 2 minutes time, everybody. So we're doing a bit of a Q&A today with our lovely customer at Bannatyne. So we're going to get started in 2 minutes. Come and join us if you want to hear all about how Bannatyne are using Thrive and using our Kiki AI assistant. So we're going to talk a little bit about their story. Adam's going to share a little bit about his journey, and we're going to get started in 2 minutes time. So hopefully you can all hear me and hear Adam. Do you want to give the mic a little test?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect, thank you. So yeah, come join us. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. I hope you're all ready for some interactivity. We're going to get you joining in and we're going to get the conversation going. So get ready to have a little chit chat and have a little shakeout. It's that time before lunch when I bet you're all starving as well. 1 minute to go. Right, it is 11:45, so I think we can all get going. Hopefully the sound's all right for those of you that have headphones, but thank you so much for joining us this morning. Quick introductions. Oh, gone way too quickly. I'm Cassie, I'm the co-CEO at Thrive, and I'm joined today by one of our lovely customers.
Yeah, good morning everyone. I'm Adam Dobinson. I'm the Senior Learning Development Business Partner for the Bannatyne Group.
Perfect. So we're going to get you warmed up and engaged, okay? So I want everyone to stand up on their feet. I know there's been a lot of walking around. The show's not a small show, so I appreciate you being on your feet. And today we are talking about how we engage frontline organizations. So take a seat if these challenges resonate with you. So are you trying to engage a deskless team right now? Have you got operations that are frontline, that are not sitting in an office? Okay. Sit down if, oh, that has not worked. Sit down if your teams can't access learning on the go. So they might be out in the field, they might be retail workers, they might be hospitality, and they actually don't have access to learning on their devices, on their mobiles. Okay, if you're still standing. And then lastly, stay standing if you spend too much time on admin. Is admin consuming your life? Are you too focused on getting things set up, getting programs set up, and not enough time on the good stuff, the strategy, the initiatives, the people performance? Oh, we've got two, right. Ladies, tell us how you do it.
Sorry, was I meant to sit down?
Oh, she meant to sit down. She meant to sit down. Okay, so hopefully thank you for joining us into some of that chat. This is what we're here today to showcase how we actually solve. But on top of those challenges, what challenges are you facing? If you can get your devices out right now, scan this code and share what enablement challenges you're having right now. So on top of that, you might not have access for your frontline workers. You might be spending too much time on admin. What are some of those challenges that maybe you're looking to AI to solve? What are some of those challenges that you're having? And hopefully, if the Wi-Fi is working well, they're going to come through here now because this is a live poll. Time, Adam.
Definitely.
Talk to us about a little bit about time. Overwhelmed. Sorry to hear that. Anyone want to share a little bit about how they are feeling a little bit overwhelmed with time? No takers. What else we've got? On-the-go engagement. Nice. Operational workforce learning culture. Right, we're going to cover all of this today. Anything you want to pick out?
Can access one on the go, know that one well. Launched 2,000 people across Germany. Hopefully I can help with that one.
We've got lots of launch inspiration coming up. Productivity is a really interesting one. At Thrive, we are really focused on supporting performance and productivity, bringing in your tools into one place so we can really drive a seamless, frictionless experience. So lots of challenges coming in and lots of stuff that actually this time last year, Bannatyne were in a very similar spot to all of you. So hopefully we can talk a little bit about how Bannatyne has helped solve some of those challenges for you through this today. But what we're really, really focused on trying to do, especially with AI and the AI conversation, I'm sure, put your hands up if you've seen AI spread all over every stand in here, and you're here to sort of look at the latest innovation and the latest tools. One thing that we are really focused on is using AI to solve existing challenges, using AI to solve all of that you've just shared with us today. So that's supporting employees with finding the right information at the right time, in the right moments that they need it. That's helping L&D prove impact. That's helping L&D with the admin burden, which I know that you've all sort of shared today with feeling overwhelmed, having time to do things. That's supporting in content creation. I saw up there someone put trust in content. So supporting really quality, trustworthy content and valuable content. And also ensuring that learning doesn't just stop, but actually it's applied through the flow of work. So that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to solve those existing challenges for you. And to showcase a story of how we've done that, I think we're going to rewind a little bit and share what that looks like in reality. So actually, how can AI give time back to you as L&D and to your people? Enter Bannatyne and Adam. So Adam, let's get into our Q&A. Dimish, can you share, for those that don't know about Bannatyne, a little bit about the business, share some context?
Absolutely. So for anyone that doesn't know, we are the UK's largest independently owned health club and spa business, plus 3 hotels. So we have got a very diverse, deskless workforce that carry out a range of different competencies. We have spa workers, we have gym workers, we've got cleaners, we've got housekeepers, we've got kitchens. It is massive, and their learning requirements required something that was flexible, that allowed them to pick up learning in the flow of their work. We've got around about 3,000 employees, 70 plus locations across the UK, and we have got a very lean L&D department. There is 2 of us in total.
Very, very lean. Amazing. And what was your starting position? So where did you start from before you launched Thrive?
Yeah, so I joined the business around about 2 years ago, and when I arrived, it was really clear that we had what I would call a legacy LMS. It handled our compliance training, our colleagues were accessing it once every 12 months at best, and that's kind of really where learning stopped and happened. We had obviously this workforce that's deskless. You know, we don't have people behind computers. They're running gym classes, you know, we've got body pump instructors. You can imagine they're not sat there on a laptop, you know, doing their e-learning compliance within the flow of their work.
We were going to run a little body pump course for you all, but we thought we'd leave that for
Learning was being absolutely lost. It was not developing people. It was there as a tick box exercise. Me and Leanne, who was my colleague, we were spending hours on admin because we were having to pull masses of Excel spreadsheets, cross-referencing. I'm sure many of you will know that pain there. We needed stakeholders to have answers quickly, and we weren't able to provide that. And lastly, the disconnected tech stack. Like any business, we've got lots of different systems. We've got lots of different technology that colleagues need to use. Unfortunately, when you've got lots of different technology, that doesn't always connect and join together very well.
Amazing. And what was that point of change? Like something had to happen and you wanted to, you know, go the next step. What was that point of change where you decided that you needed a new approach to learning?
Absolutely. So, like I said, I joined the business 2 years ago. Our contract for our existing LMS was coming up, so we knew that we were going out to market for one. However, we cross-referenced that with our employee engagement feedback. So we run something called Be Heard. So it's our employee voice. Our employees were crying out for development. It's what they wanted, however, we were not delivering that. They were also crying out that it was really difficult to find answers when they needed it. It usually resulted in lengthy email exchanges and email chains, going back and forth to different departments, different places, different stakeholders, and nothing was joining up together. And that was really the catalyst when we were out there looking at learning platforms. How could we make a change? The other big thing that we wanted is something that enabled learners to access the content. So we wanted mobile enablement. That could be an app, that could be mobile browser accessibility, plus still enabling those colleagues that do use computers to access at their stations.
Amazing, thank you. And so you decided to launch Thrive. Tell us a little bit about some of those launch initiatives. Tell us a little bit about how, especially in the early days, you engage your teams.
Absolutely. So we launched just over a year ago. We did a little bit of a staged rollout. For anyone that knows the health and fitness industry, beginning of the year is a very busy time for us. New year, new me. So we knew that we had to do a staged rollout. So we went to our hotel businesses first. What we did not expect was how fast the ball would roll from there. Our colleagues lapped up this platform. We overbranded, so it is known as Launchpad. We wanted it to really feel quite energetic and showcase all of that feedback that we'd had from our colleagues, that we wanted their careers to skyrocket with us. We wanted them to stay with us and work for us in there. Initially, what we did, we ran multiple competitions. I spoke recently on a webinar with Rowena from Thrive about this. We also looked at user behaviour in our gyms. Now, I don't know how many of you have gym or health club membership, but I would put a fair amount of money on that when you go to that gym or health club, that you'll pop a pair of headphones on and either listen to a podcast or some kind of music. And we really use that as a little bit of a catalyst of what would we do if we had a platform that can enable us to deliver learning in that style. So we recorded a series of podcasts, we rotated hosts, again started engaging our stakeholders in that, and that meant that our employees that wanted to use our facilities could also learn while they were working out, because most of them are very, very passionate health and well-being experts. So that really started to draw off that. Alongside that, we had competitions, and we aligned that with technology that would enable people to learn. So we had quite cool sets of headphones that people could win, but that competition wasn't just do your compliance and off you go, you know, jobs are good. And it was, what more do you want from this platform, right? We've got this cool new snazzy platform. What do you want to see on here? Which content do you love? And that's where the engagement, the comments, the passion of our people started to come through. And what's really, really clear, whilst me and Leanne own Launchpad as a department, the platform belongs to the colleagues in Bannatyne. You know, this is their Launchpad. What they want goes on there for their development.
Amazing, thank you. And now let's talk a little bit about AI, right? That's what we're here to the talk to come and look at. So can you talk to me and the audience, Adam, a little bit about how you use what Thrive call is Kiki, which is our AI assistant and our new suite of AI agents. But at Bannatyne, she is known as Zena.
Absolutely. We adore Zena. She is our third member of the team. She is available 24/7. Now, surprise, surprise, me and Leanne are not available 24/7, and I'm sure many of you out there probably want to support your teams, and your operational hours don't always align to your working hours as an L&D function or a HR function. Xena enables us to be given answers 24/7, and again, that has had a uproaring response from our colleagues. They absolutely love to be able to get that knowledge quick, easy. It's as if one of us are replying to an email, but it's instant on the platform.
And what did that look like before, Adam? Before you had Xena, you were inundated with questions, with asked about process.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, many of you will probably resonate with this. L&D inbox that, you know, fills up really quickly with, you know, really simple requests. Where's the link to that? Where's that document? That was what we had before we implemented the platform and Xena. Xena now directs people. If she can't answer directly, although she does most of the time, she will direct the colleagues to the sources of information, link them to learning, link them to a SCORM package, link them to a PDF, link them to a video that we've embedded in the platform. So it's really diverse how our colleagues can be directed and get the information that they need when they need it in the flow of their work.
And we're going to play a little video now whilst Adam talks a little bit about some of the specific initiatives. So can you share a little bit about some of the specific programs that you might have rolled out that Zena's been searching, or some of those specific initiatives and campaigns that you run at Bannatyne?
Absolutely. If anyone was at Thrive Live, never thought I would be famous about a mop and talk about a mop so much in my life, but I do. So not long after we launched Thrive and Launchpad, we had an equipment change across the estate. These are automated mops, would you believe? But they went live across the estate quite quickly. Now, they are an essential piece of equipment for us to keep our health clubs clean, sanitary, operational, and a place that people want to come back to. But what that meant is we had 70 locations and hundreds of employees that all needed the knowledge very, very quickly. And it was one of our first big, oh my God moments with this platform. You know, possibly the most boring documents drove engagement.
It was the reason why you ran the Thrive customer competition as well, actually. The Tasky the Mop was very popular.
Yeah, Tasky the Mop got us to Oasis last year, and again, completely blew us out of the water and was not what we expected. Other things that we have seen using the campaign feature is our enablement to support the HR team with wellbeing initiatives. We are a wellbeing brand, therefore we want to take care of our people. So we support things such as Mental Health Week. You know, International Women's Day is another campaign that we've run on there. And this isn't additional learning content. This is just what employees want to interact with and get excited about and actually drive their own passion. And most of that content is user generated. It's not content that me and Leanne create. It is, you know, flyers that they've created. Our wellbeing champions across the business will send us posters and get all of that uploaded onto the platform. The other big initiative was our management development program that we launched. So we've got an internal L&D brand called Be Developed, and that also took off on the platform. And that whole program, it's actually come to the end of its first year, so it aligns lovely to Thrive and Launchpad, has been enabled through the platform. So the pathway feature has taken each member of that program on their learning journey from start to finish.
Amazing. And this is just the beginning. So one of the things that we are launching at the show today, over the next 2 days, is a suite of Kiki AI agents. Now, what that looks like is Kiki doing way more than just assisting. So Kiki can obviously assist with answers through reading SCORM files, through reading all of the content within your platform, also being connected to third-party tools like SharePoint, like Google Drive, and any trusted web links that you might have. Kiki is also entering the space into becoming an analyst, and we'll talk a little bit about how Bannatyne have early adopted that. Also being a coach so that you can test knowledge, so that knowledge is being tested actually during operations and in the flow of work. Kiki is a content creator, so being able to create content, quizzes, videos, images, content within the platform that you can roll out, and as well as Kiki supporting that admin burden. So I think if there's the AV, I'm just going to play a quick video so that you can see all of that come to life, but there's noise, so I just want to make sure that the volume's going to play. Is it going to play? Is that playing in your headphones?
It all starts with a simple prompt. Analyze your data in seconds so you can spot trends and act faster. Create content with ease. Turn ideas into impactful, effective learning that drives results. Complete your admin tasks to free up your time to focus on what's important. With so much more support on the horizon. Coach your people and build skills that stick. Wherever your knowledge lives, Kiki connects it all and can search it all, even SCORM, saving you and your team's time. Delivering exactly what you need right when you need it. The future of learning is here, and it's transforming the way we all work.
So it wouldn't be a vendor session with a little ad break. So if you want to have a look at Kiki and see that in action, our stand is just behind you. But we're actually going to share a little bit about how Bannatyne has early adopted Kiki Analyze. So this is Kiki using natural language prompts to surface data from your platform. So Adam, can you share a little bit about how you've been testing that out at Bannatyne?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is something that I have loved. As my role, obviously, I'm a business partner. I work with the stakeholders across the business. I don't have all of the knowledge, and what they often require is instant answers from me. And I'm often in meetings, having really engaging conversations, and someone will be like, "Oh, how many people are pool plant trained at that location?" And I go, let me go rake in the Excel spreadsheets. Not anymore. What this allows me to do is pop a prompt into Zena, Kiki, within the platform. She goes away and does her thing. I get to maintain that human connection with my stakeholders in the room. I can continue that conversation while the platform works, and then pops out the results that I need. Now, the great thing is those results come out in a variety of different formats. We all have stakeholders that have got different requirements. I'm sure you probably all resonate with that one. So you get some lovely charts in there, but you can also get that raw data that if a stakeholder wants to deep dive into it, they can do that. Now this, within the platform, I think I touched on this in the next slide, but is saving us massive amounts of time. And what that has enabled us to do is actually pivot Leanne, who is my colleague's job role. So she is now more focused on creating dedicated Bannatyne content rather than spending a day a week creating Excel spreadsheets with data in.
And should we go into some of that impact actually? So I know that you've saved about a day a week, 35 hours a month, just in that one job role, having used Zena to support not only with answers for your people, support for your people, but also through data as well. What other impact have you seen at Bannatyne?
Yeah, so as you can see up there, we have maintained a 98% adoption rate across the platform. So what that means is, on a monthly basis, 98% of our employees are actively on the platform. Now, bearing in mind that most of our compliance training is on a 12-monthly delivery method, that is telling me that they're going in there for more than just compliance training. They're interacting with other content. They're sharing, they're liking, they're sharing their expert knowledge, because that's the other key thing. We've got masses of talented colleagues across the group, who are expert, Les Mills body pump instructors, but actually that knowledge is needed at the other end of the country. Now, that costs a lot to get that person to travel down there to share that knowledge. An instant live platform enables them to share that knowledge and transfer it across the estate. And that's the other big thing that we're seeing is our colleagues are supporting one another. And again, removing that burden off us as a function so we can drive new initiatives, new excitement, and ensure that they get what they want.
Amazing, and that is amazing engagement to see that go from 0 to 98% within 3 months and actually hold it there for a year is incredible and is very impressive. But what does it look like next at Bannatyne? At the show, as I mentioned, we've rolled out a whole suite of new functionality. How is Bannatyne going into your next year, leveraging that? What's the plan? What does that look like next for you?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really exciting time for us. So what we saw was our colleagues are using this platform for more than just learning. That social aspect is coming through. However, we were being posed with that question is, why are comms on the learning platform? So what we have seen is this opportunity is to relaunch the platform. So next month we will be going live with a rebrand and a relaunch, so sneak preview everyone. Yeah, we're keeping our Launchpad name, Launchpad for Learning. Let's see our colleagues' careers skyrocket is the whole, we love a pun as well, there. We're obviously keeping Zena. She is our intelligent assistant. She is there 24/7 to help our colleagues when me and Leanne are having some well-earned rest. But the next big thing for us is spaces. Now, spaces allow us to create connected social areas of the platform that our colleagues can connect. Now, one of the big things that enables our general managers of our sites to do is basically have a virtual notice board for colleagues. All of them will get those updates to their individual accounts. So I don't know if this happened in any other organisations. What used to happen is updates would go out, they would go into a shared email inbox. Person on shift 1 would read it, it would drop to the bottom of the inbox, and shifts 2 and 3 later in the day wouldn't realise that an update had come out on a shared inbox. These spaces allow us to create this really excitement and get those updates to people. The other element is we've done some early beta testing on this, is in a couple of locations, the shared success, our colleagues, sharing, big well dones, sharing celebrations, all of these life events that happen, and actually as a wider people function, we want to, champion and celebrate. We've now got a platform that can do that, so Spaces is really, really exciting. And then the last piece of the puzzle will be Thrive Hub. Thrive Hub will connect our tech stack, so it allows us to embed Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive into the platform, so Thrive will become the starting point for everyone's workday. They can log in, they will get their updates, they'll be able to see if they've got any learning to do, but they'll also be able to see what's been happening in their location, on their space, and then connect to all of the software or other technology that they might need to log on to, all from one point of contact.
Amazing. And this is really how all of that sort of comes together. So a lot of companies like Bannatyne are using Thrive not only as their learning platform, but bringing in communication and acting as their company's digital front door. Thrive Hub can connect and surface interactive widgets, and that can be from different apps and systems that you use, bringing that all together so that Thrive is the place where you start and end your working day. And Kiki is the thing that connects and searches across all of that. So this is a really nice visualization of actually how all of that comes together. And if you want to see any of these capabilities within the platform, we're going to be demoing them on Stand G20 just behind you all day. And actually we have a customer power hour where Adam will be demoing this in real time, in real life, his platform, as well as 25 other customer platforms who are all going to be on our stand connecting with you. Brands like Fraser's Group, like Avon, like Bannatyne, British Airways, they're all going to be on the stand so that you can see how this platform comes to life within those organizations. And what's left to say is that as part of all of this coming together, we've launched a new Future of Work guide. So if you scan this QR code will show and share the part that AI plays in creating a truly seamless and frictionless employee and learning experience at work. And that is what we are set on our mission to do, and that is what hopefully you will see today on the Thrive stand. But all that's left is to say a big thank you to all of you for joining us and hearing Bannatyne's story, and a big thank you to Adam for sharing that with all of you today. So thank you very much, and we'll hover around if you've got any questions.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you later.